Hello and welcome back to Mark Frolic. Right, today we're just going to do the medium feral rotation, as hopefully we'll be able to go from there. Right, I'm just going to probably go over here because... Hello, what you doing, DK? There we go. So, as you saw before, we had this up. We had all on the left-hand side. This was the easiest rotation for feral. Today we're just going to switch up one talent, and we're going to... boop! There we go, we're going to change that over to Brutal Slash. So on the left hand side you still have all these talents. On the middle then you have Brutal Slash, just to change it up. Again, we're not going to change the Blood Scent. The 10% extra crit is fantastic. And Balance Affinity, 3 yards, meh, but it's all good. Right, now I'm just going to break this down into two little sections. It's a little bit more difficult than the previous one, and we're just going to work from there. Okay, so from stealth, the timings will be off because I will explain it nice and slowly, and I'll explain it a little bit further than what the cooldown rotation window actually means. Here we go. So we're just going to pop it here at the start. We're going to start with stealth. We're going to pop Rake. Perfect. We're going to build up to 5 combo points. We're going to press Tiger's Fury for the 15% damage, and we're going to rip. So in the last video you saw we just kept up the 5 combo points and Ferocious Bite refreshed rip. In this one, Ferocious Bite, I've just done it. As you can see, it did not refresh rip. We have half the duration left, so we need to refresh it ourselves manually. So it's a little bit more difficult, but not too bad. As you can see, nice and calm. We got time to Ferocious Bite again. Keep up Rake, keep up Rip with 5 combo points. Nothing really to worry about. Look at all this time. 11 seconds left. I could be pressing this. There's no problem. All the time in the world. So, keeping up Rip, keeping up Rake, and that's it. We can use this when we want to. We have loads of energy. It's no problem. So that's the main thing that you need to worry about. You need to manually apply Rip. If you can, apply it with Tiger's Fury and 5 combo points. That's what you want to do, because it'll put 15% damage onto the full duration. You also want to use Tiger's Fury with every second Rake, so that you buff the whole duration of Rake as well with the 15% extra damage. Easy, right? Look how far we can hit it. Nice. Okay, now here's where Brutal Slash comes in. You have in Feral a 30-second window. As you can see in the bottom right there, Tiger's Fury, 30 seconds cooldown. In this window, we want to apply 3 Brutal Slashes. Again, this is for single target. If there are ads, you want to use it as and when the ads pop up. Brutal Slash is an AoE. It's really nice. You'll probably be using this spec a lot in dungeons because it will help a lot. If there was AoE, of course you'd be using Predator, but for single target, that's all I'm focusing on right now. So, what do I mean by the window? When you have Tiger's Fury, you want to press it. You want to put all 3 charges inside that window. It lasts for 8 seconds, Tiger's Fury, and you want to use 3 charges inside that window. It does 15% extra damage to each time you press it, so why wouldn't you? So again, we're just going to apply the Rip, the Rake, you want to use them. Now, the window also means you can press 1 Brutal Slash while you're waiting for this to pop up. So let's do it again, so just that makes a bit more sense, okay? Wait for that for 3. Here we go. So we're going to ignore the Rip, we're going to ignore the Rake for the moment. So we're just going to press Tiger's Fury. We're going to press this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, while you're waiting for this to pop back up, you can press this once. So, you want to just press that once, and you want to leave it, because it works out perfectly. When this pops back up, these will be back on 3. We wait for it. Here we go. Once it pops back up, so you can pop that, and it's on 3. So again, bam, 2, 1, and then you're using your finishers. So it works out the same way every single time. You want to use 3 charges in Tiger's Fury, and you want to use once while you're waiting for Tiger's Fury to pop back up. Okay, so what does that actually look like in real time? Wait for these to come back up. Get me out of combat. There we go. Okay, so we're in stealth. We're going to do it like we would normally. We're going to rake. Okay, we're going to 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 5. We can Ferocious Bite. Okay, so while we're waiting, we're going to press it once, and then we're not going to touch it again. Ferocious Bite, Shred, Shred, build back up to 5. Rip's about to fall off, so we'll pop that back up. Shred, Shred, get back up to 5. Refresh your rake, and we can Ferocious Bite. Now, as you can see, it's about to pop back up, and we got 3. Look at that. So then you want to use that within the window. You want to refresh your rip and your rake inside the window. Perfect. Look at that. Shred up to 5. Ferocious Bite. Use it once outside the window, waiting for it. Ferocious Bite. Get up to 5 combo points. Refresh your rake. You'll notice it'll hit back 3 as soon as that pops up. Wait for it. Look at that magic. Refresh your rake, rip, refresh your rake, and you'll get to Ferocious Bite. Wait for energy. All the time in the world. So yeah, you'll be using this a lot. This does a little bit more damage than the previous spec. It's quite simple. It's not a problem at all to use it. Again, it'll be quite nice, especially if there are going to be a few ads, which there always are. We're going to wait for the Tiger's Fury to refresh our rep. Pop, there we go. Use the 3. 1, 2, 3. Ferocious Bite. And go up to 5 combo points and Ferocious Bite again. You'll have to feel how comfortable you are whenever you want a Ferocious Bite. You don't have to use it as aggressively as I am now. Refresh our rep. Oop, there we go. And then we will have our charges ready again. See, it's pretty relaxed, pretty laid back. 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Ferocious Bite. Because our rip lasts for a nice amount, 24 seconds, plus then it lasts longer if you pandemic. Got all the time to feel comfortable. Pop another Ferocious Bite, why not? And that is that. So, again, the main things to keep concerned is to keep up a 5 combo point rip, keep up your rake, and every second one, use it with Tiger's Fury. You can use the 3 brutal slashes inside that 8-second window of Tiger's Fury, and then while you're waiting for that to come off cooldown, only use 1. And that will guarantee that every time you press this, you have 3 or just coming up to 3. It's pretty simple. It takes a little bit more practice than the previous build because you have to manually reapply your rip. But as long as you do it, you get a little bit more comfortable. You should have no problems at all. Next video, we're going to go on to the most difficult one, the one that people seem to hate it, and I loved at the start of Legion, and we'll go from there. So yeah, thanks for watching, Mike Frolic, and yeah, see you soon.